Hey guys, so I wanted to do a different kind of video today. I don't want my channel just to be based on, grocery hauls and Dollar Tree hauls and clothing hauls and hauls in general. I don't want it to be based on just that. I want to venture out on, little different things here and there. So today I'm going to be talking about my favorite TV shows or reality TV that I watch. This is not going to be in any particular order. It's just going to be whatever comes to my head and I can think of. And if I remember what channel they're on, I will let you guys know as well if you're interested. The first one, and I can tell you this is my top favorite one from all of the other ones, is Reign. I'm just so into that whole king and queen thing. She is Mary, Queen of Scots, and this is Queen Elizabeth's cousin. And they're fighting back and forth of who wants to take whose territory. Mary doesn't want it, but Elizabeth, she wants, Scotland, and Mary's in France because she obviously married the King of France, Francis, and Francis passed away, so Mary has to go back to Scotland to, defend her crown. Her brother can't help her anymore. Her mom passed away. Her dad died when Mary was born, so Mary is the sole heir of Scotland. And Elizabeth is doing everything in her power to take that away from Mary. So it's getting juicier once it goes in. The sad thing is that it's not coming back until the fall. So I'm kind of sad. That one is on the CW. They changed the time. Before it was at 10 and then they changed it to 9 and now it's at 8. And it used to be on Fridays and now it's supposedly it's going to be back on Mondays. Just because like the Vampire Diaries, that I care less about them. I used to be obsessed with them, but then they drag it. I can't. Like Pretty Little Liars, I used to love them, and it's like they drag it so much that it's like, okay, who's A already? But let's not talk about them. The next show that I can tell you that I do love to enjoy out of all of the Real Housewives all of the Real Housewives in general, on Bravo, my top one is the Real Housewives of New Jersey. No, it's not because Teresa's back. It's just you can relate to them more than you can relate to anybody else. My personal opinion. I don't relate to any of the women on Orange County, Beverly Hills, New York, Atlanta, or Miami, or Melbourne, or something like that. They have another one. I don't know. I don't really watch all those. New Jersey, I can relate to, just personal experience, family members, I can relate to that dislike of a human or, just that in general. I can relate. And yeah, it's awesome that, Teresa is back. And I did cry when I seen the first part when she got released and was walking home to her daughters. I did cry. I am human. I am a mother. And I know I don't know that feeling of being away from my kids. But as a parent, I think you can kind of get that. Even Destiny was sitting with me and she was watching it and she cried. Just because it was they captured that moment of her and her kids, and she was it wasn't fake with Teresa at that moment. Everything else can be fake now, but it wasn't fake at that moment. I'm kind of happy that Jacqueline's back. I've always liked her. She's just a goofball herself, so I like her a lot. I'm just kind of over the whole Orange County, Beverly Hills, New York, Atlanta. I'm over them. Whatever. I like watching Ladies of London, and I think Ladies of London as well is on Bravo. I don't know when they're coming back. I just like the way that they carry themselves is totally different. There are some women that are from the United States, are American, that live in London and are married to men that are from London. So it's just, I don't know which one I can tell you that I like. I think I like all of them. They're just so unique in their each and own way. Huh? Okay, I will. Okay, give me a minute. I also, okay. Like I said, I like them just in general, how they carry themselves. I don't know when they're coming back, but I can't wait to watch them. I like watching Below Deck, the Mediterranean. Tomorrow's the season finale, and then they have Below Deck, just the regular one. Me and my mom watch certain kind of shows. We don't watch all of them.
Where's it go?
I don't know. Go ask Destiny.
Okay. Can I play?
Okay, go ask Destiny.
Seven?
Okay. Sorry, guys. I like both of them. You know, Chef Ben is on this one as well, so he's just a character on his own. I'm kind of sad that Danny had to leave, but I mean, they gave Danny so many opportunities and chances, and Danny just felt too cocky. I dislike Brian just because he's such an arrogant person. Like, he's just so arrogant, and he just irks me. Bobby, he's obsessed with Julia, and he needs to cut it out because she's already told him from the beginning she has a boyfriend, leave her alone. Like I was saying, me and my mom watch the same kind of shows when it comes to, she just likes different shows than I do. But that's one show that we can say that we do, you know, like to watch, and we'll comment on, like, I'll call her, like, hey, did you watch what he said to her? You know, I don't know, that's just a thing we have. Me and Destiny joke around because Julia, she's from England, and she says Bobby, you know, it's just Bobby. And she says Bobby, and he says that he's like obsessed with the way that she says his name. So Destiny and I just joke around constantly. Like, I'll call Josh that up, like, Bobby. Just, you know, and he knows where it's from because he sees me watching this show. I also like watching Wags. Wags is on VH1. Is it VH1? No, E. Sorry. It's on E. Is it on E? Yeah, I think it's on E. And it's basically girlfriends and wives of professional athletes. No, it does not have to do, you know, it doesn't have to be just a certain type of athlete. It could be any kind in general. I like Barbie. She used to be a WWE girl. And then I like the two cousins. I forgot one of their name. Natalie, Nicole. I don't remember her name. It's something with an N, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure. And then Olivia. I really like Olivia. And then those two are cousins. And then now Olivia's sister came from Canada. And she's on the show as well. I also like watching Basketball Wives. It's on VH1. Out of all of them, I think that I like Tammy Roman better than anybody else. She's a G, from my personal opinion. She can take it from 0 to 100 real quick with no problem. Last night I watched it, and it was just like Malaysia was just so petty. Like, she was so petty because Brandy invited Angel, and like, it was just like, ugh. I was just like, Jackie, I feel like she's just, she don't got nothing else better to do with her life, I guess, but that's just my personal opinion. I like watching Southern Charm as well. I feel bad for Landon because she poured her heart out to Shep, and he was just like, he didn't really care. Well, he said that he did care in the beginning when she first came back, and they tried, and I guess it didn't really work out between them. So it was kind of sad to see her cry, and she tried so much to do so many nice things for him, and it was just like he didn't really care. So I feel like Catherine is just using her kids against Thomas because she knows that Thomas will be there for the kids. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know. Cameron. I like Cameron. I really do like Cameron. She's a straight shooter. Everybody else, it's okay in the show, but like, you know, I like Landon. You know, the way that she just poured herself out to Shep was amazing. I like that. Cameron, I like her a lot, and Patricia. That's it. You know, she has to have her martinis, you know, all the time. Let's see. Is there any other show that I really watch like that? Oh, Love and Hip Hop. I like Love and Hip Hop New York and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It's just so much gossip and drama that I don't have in my personal life that I like to watch it. I don't like LA, and they were gonna do a Houston one, but I read online that like a fight broke out with like the people that were casting, and guns were pulled out, and producers called it a quits, and they were not gonna do it anymore. So that's kind of sucky. Other shows that I do like, but they're not on right now, are Married to Medicine. I love watching that. I think that's kind of like the only one that I can tell you that I'm really sad that they don't have back on. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm trying to think. Yeah. I don't like Pretty Little Liars. I don't like Vampire Diaries or the originals, or I can't. Like, I'm so over all of that. Like, it's just like, cut it off. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, no. Sorry. I like watching on Animal Planet, I think. It's Bush People, but Alaskan, the Bush People, or Bush People of Alaska, or something like that. And I like watching them. There's sometimes that you think and you're like, oh, is that real? Like, I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Like, I don't know if it's real or not. It's entertaining to me, so I like watching it. I'm trying to think. I used to like watching Mob Wives, and I was following it way from the beginning. But as soon as, you know, Big Ange passed away, I stopped watching it just because I really did like Big Ange. And it was just kind of sad, you know, to like just watch her on TV just knowing that she passed away. I will never watch the rest of the episodes that I didn't get to watch just because she passed away and she was in some of those episodes, you know, in some of those clips. So I would never watch that. It was the same thing with Sons of Anarchy. It was the same thing. As soon as they killed Tara, I was just like, cut it off. I was done. I didn't really care about how the show ended or whatever. Nope, that was done. It was it. It was it for me. You know, you get attached to a certain character, and it's the same thing with Game of Thrones. I can't. I don't know their name. I know that they're all like, is it the North? The North? Like the ones, like Jon Snow. Jon Snow's family. I loved all of them just because the way that they were. And they started killing everybody. And it was just like, it did it for me. And I was just like, that's it. Give up. Don't want to watch this show anymore. And I gave up. Once you get attached to a character, or, you know, yeah, the persona of a character, it's just, it's done for me if they terminate that person. It sounds kind of dumb, but that's just who I am. Yeah, there's no other show that I can tell you that I watch. Those are some of the shows that I watch, some of the dislikes that I watch, and some of the shows that I stopped watching because they they executed some of the people that I like. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I see you guys in my next clip. Bye, guys.